This is News 6 Tonight.
Hey, welcome to News 6 Tonight. This is becoming kind of our wind down show after
I think I took a breath for the first time today. I'm like, I don't think I've been breathing.
We are blessed to be able to do a lot of news. We have a ton of community correspondents in this building who are churning out content, and so we get to direct that, we get to create our own content, and then we get to put it all together for you in this calm, casual show. If you're joining us, we're streaming all over the place, including Facebook tonight. So let us know if you're watching on Facebook. We'd love to hear your name and where you're from.
I only want to hear the terrible things about Matt.
Oh, there's plenty to go around, I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe someone from my home could log in and tell you. But we have a lot of news for you today.
We do. I'm Ginger Gadsden. Thank you so much for joining us. We start with a story that has been like a space mystery for about a month, it seems like now, but it seems like it's been going on for longer than that. Are you over it?
I'm almost done with this.
Okay, you're not done, and we can't be done because we don't have answers. You know, the Crew-11 team had to return.
We're never going to get answers on this
earlier than expected, and it's something that has never happened in the history of the ISS before. They cut their mission short by about a month, which is a big deal. And people were like, what's wrong? The first red flag was they canceled the spacewalk. And it's like, why did they cancel the spacewalk? And then right after that, they ultimately said, hey, we got to bring this entire team home a month early. And people are like, whoa, 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 what happened? A medical issue, not an emergency, is what they said. So they splashed down about a week ago off the coast of San Diego. And today, they announced they were having a press conference. We were all excited.
We're all like, finally, we're going to get to know what happened.
What happened in space? Somebody likes to say they were hoping for a space baby. We can confirm that's not going to happen.
Okay, that's newsroom gossip.
I'm sorry, it is a lot of gossip. But that's what happens when you don't answer questions. People wildly speculate. Exactly. Yeah. So today at the news conference, the commander, Zena Cardman, right off the top, let us know that we should slow our roll, pump our brakes.
Just to say it up front, we are not going to be identifying the crew member or talking through the differential or any of the details of the medical situation. Thank you so much for respecting our privacy.
And
great. Let's just cancel the news conference then.
Well, I mean,
that's what we all wanted to know.
And this is what I was talking to you about earlier, because I know the kind of person you are. But when they say we're not answering these particular questions about someone's health in, period, do you then leave that press conference because that's what you wanted to know? Or do you press them some more even though they let you know that we're not going to answer that question?
As a journalist, what do? I'm still asking the question. You don't have to answer it. You're at a literal press conference.
I know, but
to answer questions.
But not that question. That's
right.
That's the
Wouldn't
problem.
That be a wonderful world in which we got to choose what questions were asked of us?
Well, that's what, anyway. So all we know by now is that they came home early because of a medical issue. Everybody who was on Crew-11 was there. They all looked fine. And we're not going to speculate as to which astronaut we think had the issue. But that burning question remains. Which astronaut was it? And what was the issue?
Yeah, this is true. I would like to say hi to Floyd and Daisy, who are commenting.
Hi, guys.
If you have a comment for us, let us know. We are watching.
Yeah,
we are
so while
right
those astronauts are now down, back on Earth, a lot of questions still up in the air.
Yeah, right. I don't know. The whole thing is just...
Now you don't care.
It's not that I don't care, but you're in a very public position. There's this whole huge thing. They bring you back early. It's like if you're in a public position, I feel you're kind of obligated. Say you were off for a month and a half.
Yeah.
And you're a viewer of this show. Mm-hmm. When you came back after a month and a half, even if there was something wrong, you don't have to go into details, but just let us know, hey, I'm going to be okay. Don't just be all cryptic about it.
Hey,
and not
welcome
say
back.
anything.
HIPAA.
Right. By the way, Matt, don't you dare ask any questions about where I've been for the last month and a half.
Exactly.
For this experience that caused this whole...
I think eventually we'll get some answers, but I feel like the issue's not resolved yet, so they're still kind of working on it, and they want to have it resolved.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Okay.
Or they just want to write a book about it.
I've never talked so long about something that didn't happen.
Look at that. 4 minutes in about a story that didn't happen. All right, well, here's a story that did happen. And I want to start off telling you this story by just showing you a mugshot. DJ, if we could pull up this face of this mugshot.
Oh, my.
This is Christopher Schwabel. And you're going to look at this mugshot and you're going to be like, What happened to this guy?
It's one of those memes. Well, you might wonder how he got here.
Yeah, how did we get to this place with Mr. Schwabel? Well, crazy story. He is accused of, I guess what we're hearing in the report is that he may be homeless, transient.
Something.
There was a young man at a bus stop waiting to go on the bus stop.
DeLand.
He's 13 years old,
Yeah.
and this guy just randomly starts attacking him, according to the kid, the teenager. And choking, has a big knife on him, apparently.
It's a scary situation.
But if you're wondering why Mr. Schwabel looks the way he does, is because a very large man happened to be driving by and saw him attacking this child.
Thank goodness.
Does a U-turn, stops, and takes a toolbox of some sort, a very large, heavy toolbox, and smashes Mr. Schwabel's head.
The toolbox, not the tools in the box.
With the toolbox,
okay.
With the whole box. And I believe, do we have some of that body cam video from today, DJ? No?
I think we have Molly's story.
Okay, we have Molly's story. So let's take a look at what Molly Reed, our community correspondent, has on this story.
Very thankful for the guy that was able to help him out before we were able to get out there.
Bernice Fertil says her 13-year-old brother was waiting for his school bus Tuesday morning on Spring Garden Avenue when he was randomly attacked by a homeless man, later identified as 36-year-old Schwabel. The Land Police body camera video shows the boy recounting the terrifying moment.
He tried hitting me, punching me a bunch.
Police say this video also shows the Good Samaritan who rushed to help. The man telling officers he saw Schwabel attacking the teen quickly made a U-turn, pulled over, and jumped out to help. The teen ran away to safety, but Schwabel pulled the knife out on the man, too.
He has a big knife.
The man telling officers he hit Schwabel with his toolbox and held him until they got there. Fertil says her little brother thankfully was not hurt, but he won't be riding the bus anytime soon.
He's feeling a little better, probably a little bit paranoid.
Okay, can I just tell, thank God for that big guy who was driving by.
You don't want Steve Urkel
if that
stopping
were
to help.
My kid, that guy would be getting a new car.
Oh my God! And
whatever is in my bank account,
anything he wanted.
He would have the best Christmas.
Who knows
ever.
what potential horror he
What
stopped?
could happen if he didn't come by?
I do believe in guardian angels, and that man is definitely a guardian angel for that 13-year-old. And I hope they stay in touch because, I
hope so. I'd like him to be my
for him.
friend. That's for sure.
I know we could all use a friend like.
I mean, when you see the body cam video, you see the blood on the ground.
Well, that guy realized he made a poor choice that day.
Yes, he did.
He won't do that again. I hope not. All right, another story that is grabbing headlines. It's local right now, but I think this thing is going to spread even more. You know, a lot of families choose to, a lot of couples choose to expand their family by something that's very common. It's IVF. You know, and this couple decided to do that. They're an Orlando couple, and they say that their embryo was switched. And you might be asking, how do they know
You're burying the lead here.
The embryo was switched? Well, because this couple, they are white. The baby is not.
That's your first clue.
That's... And it's, you know, it is a heartbreaking story on so many levels because it's one of the biggest decisions you'll make to start your family.
Yeah.
And it's arguably not an easy thing to do, which is why they're doing it this way, but so many people do it this way. Now they have this baby who they say they will keep and raise, but they want to know who this baby's real parents are and where their embryo, where their baby
And they're also
is.
offering, if these people... Which
forward,
you would
yeah.
want if your DNA were out there,
Oh my
your
goodness.
child, you
Yeah.
would probably say, hey, I would like to raise the child that has my DNA.
Yeah.
So they're kind of offering, saying, hey, we're glad to raise the baby, but if you want your baby back, and that's the hard thing. What do you do? If you're the mom, if you grew this child in your belly for 9 months.
You're already attached. You're already
I would think
attached.
that you're very attached.
Yeah, but now, of course, there is a lawsuit because you don't want this to happen to another family. But I know I've read stories of this happening before. But thank goodness it's not as common, you know, as we think. But if it happens to you, then it's one time too many. Mm-hmm. And this couple, they're obviously devastated, but they're happy at the same. I can't even imagine what they might be feeling actually, because you would be like, "Hey, we just had this."
I think I'd be pretty enraged if I got IVF with my wife and they planted somebody else's baby in her. I would
but
be
it's still
livid.
It's still a precious life that did.
Absolutely.
And the baby deserves a family and a home,
Yes.
and it's like,
and I love that they're saying, they're saying the right
it'll be
things.
Our baby. It'll
yeah,
be our
well,
baby.
we will raise this baby, but obviously, if their parents come along, but they want to find the parents. They feel like these parents should be notified. The other thing is when they reached out to this place, the IVF clinic, and said, "Hey, we have the wrong baby."
Yeah.
They say they got zero response. Like nothing.
And that's a problem.
Then you have to get lawyers involved.
You have to, because you want answers. This can't be a NASA press conference where we announce we're not going to answer those questions from the beginning.
That's exactly. Wow, we are getting no answers on all fronts tonight. Welcome to News 6 Tonight.
We'll continue to follow that story. And if you watch us for News 6 Tonight at 10 and 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock online and 11 o'clock, our Troy Campbell is working on this story as well tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting stuff tonight. It's all coming from. Here's another one. Okay. This was all the rage online. So I don't know. Are you into the makeup influencer thing online?
I mean, I watch videos, but I'm not. I don't follow like a particular influencer. But I know that they get paid big money to represent or to have some of these brands behind them.
Well, if I'm over their shoulder looking at what's on their Instagram or their Snapchat feeds. Not my 10-year-old, but like my 20-year-old or my 17-year-old. It's all people doing their makeup.
Or do you want to see my favorite thing they do?
What?
It's like, oh, I have some new eyeliner. It's like,
oh yeah, no. They do this. They do this.
Oh,
DJ,
you don't have nails.
This is This is my new. Take a look at my new eyeliner.
It's like, and here it is. I'm like, we can see it.
That's okay. So we digress. So there's this Ulta beauty conference taking place. I think it's in Orlando.
Yeah, it is.
That's why we're talking about it. And so here's the deal. I had to take a crash course on this to try to understand why people care and why you would want a ticket to this. But basically, you spend $200 and you get a ticket, and then apparently they give away this Grammy goodie bag of stuff that
swag bag,
can be worth up to $2,000 of makeup products. And then you get to go to the show.
And they give out more stuff.
Everybody's just handing out free stuff.
So imagine if you're an influencer.
Oh, yeah. So influencers have to be here. And if you're watching these influencers and seeing them hype up this conference, you're just dying to get a ticket. This is like a Taylor Swift style ticket, except if Taylor were giving you a couple $1,000s worth of stuff.
Exactly.
So the only reason I know about this is because we have some fellow employees, Kara and Kaya. They should be best friends. I don't know, just from their names.
They sound like a dynamic duo.
But so they were on their computers today during work hours, by the way.
It was for a story.
Trying their best to get this. They're excited. They're feeling good. Neither one of them get a whiff of these tickets. The whole system basically shut down. Women, preteens, teens in their 20s are just enraged.
Men, women, all of them. All of them. They're sad that this is happening to them because, I mean, you get a ticket, but then the ticket is to wait to register.
Yeah, you get in the queue. Have you ever tried to get a concert ticket that's hard to get? And
the worst thing I tried to get was when Hamilton was in town. And that was, you wait and you... And
then you get in the queue and you're like, oh, you're number 12,073.
And you
like, what does this mean?
And you look at the countdown. You look at the little ticker because you don't want to miss your opportunity. Because
did you get the Hamilton ticket?
I sure did.
Yeah. I did that for a Zach Bryan concert. I got the tickets.
See? Well, it's...
And then after that, it turned out he's some sort of terrible human. So apparently that happened. But so people were very upset.
We all make choices.
That's the way. Hey, that's the way good musicians are, oftentimes. So anyway, people are very enraged by this, and there has been no settlement on it. I haven't heard from the company or what they're saying.
Well,
but people are wondering if it's like the price. The fixers, like the people who buy the tickets.
Oh, yeah.
With the bots.
And then they have it, and then whatever. And I texted Kara right before the show started, and she's still in the queue. And she got in the queue at 10 this morning.
She is not getting a whiff of these tickets.
Because they do little circles, and they tell you, when we talked to her live at 3 o'clock today, she had like 3 circles. I don't know how many circles she's up to.
There were like 12 circles to get to. Yeah, not happening. Sorry, Kara.
It's just terrible. They're stringing people along.
You have to buy your own makeup, Kara.
Well, she does anyway, Matt. Okay, another story. Anytime we talk about one of our favorite places, which I don't know if you know this, but Matt actually proposed to his wife in a Publix.
I did get engaged. I got engaged over pub subs.
So
that's the kind of romantic you're dealing with.
There can never be enough Publix stores for this man, but apparently that's not the way other people feel. Publix announced that they were looking for more, I don't know if you call it space or stores or how you would describe it, but we did a story yesterday, and the article, anytime you put Publix in an article, it blows
crazy
up. They could do anything. We're selling dirt, and it's at Publix, and they will be like, oh my gosh, we want that Publix store. We want it. We want it in the worst way. But it turns out, and I didn't know this until you mentioned it, and I started looking it up, that Publix they're not opening more stores. They're just purchasing the area where they already have stores located. And our viewers, you guys, are so smart because you started commenting online about these things. And someone says, that's how McDonald's made their money, not hamburgers. It's like the land they own.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I don't know if you ever saw the movie about McDonald's.
No.
It was really interesting because they were basically all about the fast food. And then the premise of this is this guy comes along and he basically makes the business, okay, we're going to franchise these McDonald's, but then we're going to own the land underneath it, and they're going to pay us to basically lot rent. To own that place on top of our land, and it became a huge success. So Publix basically, I guess it has some locations where it leases a store in a bigger marketplace. And so they came in, and in 4 different areas, they bought the entire marketplace. So they own their own store and the rest of the stores around them. So they can also control what comes in and out.
Whatever is there around them. And it's just so interesting because when you drive anywhere in Central Florida, you can't throw a rock without hitting a Publix. And it's like that, not just in Central Florida, but when I lived in the Tampa, St. Pete area, I lived in St. Petersburg for a while, and there was a Publix on each side of the street. I had one on, so if you're going this way,
right across from the other one.
It's not inconvenient at all. And someone was telling me earlier today that same thing is happening in Central Florida in some neighborhoods. And I was like, how? But the parking lots are always packed.
There are some competitive places coming in to try to take Publix's spot, though. A lot of times, Publix was the favorite for a long time. Now they're dealing with Trader Joe's, they're dealing with Aldi, they're dealing with Costco. You been to a Costco lately? That place is pretty awesome.
Been to a Costco. My husband's buying my clothes at Costco.
I'm renting space in a Costco right now. It's the executive membership.
Talk to me when we get a Piggly Wiggly. That's what I grew up on. Do you know the Piggly Wiggly?
Do they still have those?
Yes.
I've heard of them.
You've heard of them? Everybody loves the pig. No.
Everybody loves the pig. Is that their commercial?
It is now. Yeah. Of course it is. My gosh.
Good to know. Hey, everybody loves a birthday. Everybody has different things that they like doing on their birthday.
I love a good birthday.
I like steak, and I like pineapple upside down cake that my wife makes.
My last birthday, I climbed a mountain.
There you go. Yes.
You got to do something that's a milestone.
Your birthday on Kilimanjaro. That's pretty incredible.
What better way to do it?
Well, this guy is 90 years old, and he decided he wanted to go parasailing for his birthday.
I love this story.
Which is pretty fantastic.
Look at him.
Take a look at this guy. He's a veteran. He's been through all sorts of stuff. Oh. Can I say he looks incredible for 90 years old?
Yes. Look at him.
And so he did this about 10 years ago, and then he decided, man, this is the best. The problem was he had one complaint. He said they did not keep me up there quite as long as I would like to. But if you can get out, that's what I've had this conversation with many people. As you age, you start to say, how old do you want to live? I don't care how old I live, as long as I can go out and do stuff. You know, if I'm 90, great if I can go and parasail. Oh my gosh,
look at him. I mean, seriously, I think he went with a daughter and his doctor.
Yeah, that was his doctor right there. He talked to his doctor, his cute doctor, into going along with him. I find that just so
endearing. And I hope he continues and has that spirit for as long as he lives. And I hope that he lives to see beyond 100. And with that kind of attitude and that kind of, go get him.
Go get him?
Yeah, go get him. And I
like it.
Why didn't they take him up? Why they should have taken him for another ride.
Yeah.
It was like, sir, you can go up as often as you'd like.
Time is money. Do we hear from this guy, DJ, or do we just have the video? Okay. So we just have...
time is money. He's 90.
That's all he has is time.
Let's just take the gentleman, the sweet man. But we've done people. I think one of our presidents, it was one of the Bushes, George H. He would skydive on his birthday, and I think into his 90s he did the same thing. And it's just always delightful when you see the older generation doing something brave. So,
I love it. It's not Kilimanjaro. Still pretty cool though.
It's fine.
We all can't do that.
You could.
I'm way more simple than you. Ginger Gadsden, so great to have you back live
Good
with
to be
us
back.
here on News 6 tonight. We have enjoyed this. Thanks for joining us on the stream and for checking us out on clickorlando.com. We appreciate you, and we hope you have a fantastic evening.
Have a good one. Let us know how you like the show, though. Just kind of click in the comments.
A like would be awesome.
Perfect. Bye.
Or a heart.